All right, so let's give people a couple minutes before we dig in. But Kat, why don't you, while people are coming in, why don't you talk a little bit about the energy, so we don't have a bunch of silence at the beginning of the video, and then I'll have everyone introduce themselves so you can get a feel for who's on the call with us, and then we'll go ahead and get into it.
Okay. So this month has been quite, first of all, hi, how are you doing? My name's Kat. So this month is actually going to be really fast paced. I don't know how sensitive you are to the energy, but it's a lot of portals been going on. We just had the 11/11 portal. We're going into tomorrow, the supermoon. But as of this time, it's so fast. And with that, a lot of things can come up. And if you're not able to be stable enough, it's almost like a roller coaster. So I've kind of felt almost like in the consciousness area, that's what it's at right now. It's very kind of almost unstable. People are purging a lot, and I think part of that is we're in the Pluto and Capricorn, so there's a lot of release going on as well. So we have also in the Mercury retrograde, so there's a lot of trouble with technology and communication. So that's also kind of getting in the way. And traveling, if you're traveling, there's some trouble with traveling. So I know I've had some things that have come up for me in regards to retrograde and things like that. So it's really about how you kind of, roll with the punches. You just kind of have to flow with it, you don't try to fight it. You just have to say, okay, it happened, and then what do I do next? When you're like, why me? Why did this happen? This is happening to me. That's just the energy right now. And you just have to kind of accept it and then go on. And I'm just going to wait probably one more minute, and then we'll probably go into what I'm talking about, which is actually self-love, because I find that self-love is actually what basically affects our whole life, and we don't even realize it. It's so that's what I'll be talking about today.
All right, so can you give us your Cash App? We're going to do a give and receive for this, of course. If you can make a donation to Kat on her Cash App, I'm going to send her something. Even if you see this video in the future and it helps you in some way, let's, spread our energy in a positive way, in a helpful way, so that we can get the energy flowing really, really well. So, what's your Cash App?
I'm going to actually put that in the description, because at this moment I might have it under Violet Soul. So let me check and make sure what the name of it is, and then I'll put it in the description.
All right. So for video watchers, it will be in the description. It will be in the description. Let's with whoever is here, we'll just do a quick introduction. I don't want to somehow get kicked off the call or something before you get started. So of course I'm Sophia Dominique, and what I think well, I would say if this is about self-love, I would say an area that I could use some support in with self-love would be, I would say, manifestation, feeling like my manifestations are worthy and not just some trivial things that I'm asking for that's not important to the person or the ones who created me. And somebody can go next. or I can call on you, Ashley, Miss Barbara. One of y'all, please. And she needs to get a read on people's energy, so everybody got to talk.
Okay, mine's is to remove any blockages I have, like my sacral chakra blockage and my throat chakra blockage.
You said your sacral and your throat?
Yeah, any blockages that I have.
Okie dokie. Do you know, is it is it related to, um, no, you don't have to express it. Now, your throat is expressing your truth. Do you have past life where there was trauma? Uh, is that more related to your throat?
I don't know nothing about my past life, but any blockages I would like to remove from.
Understand. Okay. I appreciate you letting me know.
Miss Barbara.
I'm Barbara Dukes, and for self-love, I do that a lot daily, and sometimes it might seem arrogant to a lot of people because I don't allow myself to get tied up in everyone's emotional trauma or whatever they have going on. So that's basically who I am and what I do, um, and I'm going to stick with that. Letting people be themselves while I try to make this transition, this change that I want to see in my life.
Beautiful. So, all right. Well, that's beautiful. I'm really happy that you to hear that you're able to embody that. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So then I will, I guess, get started, and we will see how this goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to we're going to do kind of centering with the breath, and then connecting with the heart. And then I'm gonna do the channel message that I got yesterday, and it seemed to happen pretty much all night. And then I will do the light language, and then if any messages come through, I'll see if there's any messages. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome to ask any questions. You know, if there's any if you have anything that comes up during the light language and we need to talk about it, don't feel free to do that. That's what I'm here for. Okay. So you can call in any of your guides, anybody who you work with, while we're doing the centering of the breath. Okay. Okay. Close your eyes and take deep breaths. Okay, now we're going to connect you to the heart. You can put your hand over your heart and just kind of see where your heart is. Okay. And breathe into your heart. And if you can see any colors, anything, if you feel anything, and you're just going to breathe into it. Okay. Whenever you're ready. Okay. I'm not sure if everybody knows what I'm doing, but light language is basically connecting with the multidimensional any limitations, any blocks, anything that's kind of preventing you from accessing the root cause of any healing. It cuts any cords. It creates new DNA. Anything has any trauma to it. So it just kind of helps with, that's kind of the short version. So I'm going to get to so if you see me start moving my hands, that's kind of part of it. I'm kind of communicating, getting any messages. All right. So self-love, kind of like I was saying before, it affects every part of your life. So when we think of self-love, it's kind of communicating with the universe, unconditional love of God, your soul, kind of like the inner sun. When you think of love, you connect with animals, nature, your friends, family, children, anything that brings like a smile to your face, makes your heart expand. So how does this kind of affect your reality? What is your level of self-love? So really kind of the questions we can ask are, how are your boundaries in your life? Like with your friends, your family, your work, how are you being treated? That's really kind of the question, because the way your boundaries are is how do you treat yourself? Because how people treat you is how you treat yourself. Do you speak your truth? Do you feel judgment when you're not where you are in life, or do you know there's a reason and a path? Are you self-sabotaging? Do you have your rose-colored glasses on and making excuses? Are you following your passions? Who are the people in your life? The people in your life are really important because they can either be helping you on your path or be preventing you going on your path without you even realizing it. They could be super positive or super negative. They could be pessimistic or not so positive. We want people who are supporting you on your journey, not giving you, telling you you're kind of like, you're not really on the right path. When you know in your heart and soul, this is what I'm supposed to do. Are you being pulled into the gossip? Are you being pulled and listening to the gossip? Do you have something that brings you joy in your life? How do you speak? Is it positive? Is it negative? Do you have a mix of both? When you sit with your heart, how do you feel? What are your favorite qualities about yourself? What are your dreams? Anytime you feel self-love, you have to remember anything is positive. We think that there's limitations in life, but when we really connect to our heart, when we connect to the infinite, anything is really possible. We can bypass anything. We can see the path, and then we can make the decision, I'm going to do anything possible, no matter what. You just have to completely make it a fact. I'm going to have it no matter what. You just have to see the truth of who you are. You're a being of love, and you're a being of joy. Now, lower vibrations can come up, and it's our choice how we respond to them. So a lot of times you can sit with it, you can dig deep, find what the root cause of it. You can take accountability in the role of it, if it is your role in it, because a lot of times we bring in situations to help us on our path. So send every experience with gratitude, because for every experience you have, it makes you stronger. So the more you love yourself, the more you'll realize your true worth. You're really, the word I would probably put on the price tag is priceless. There's no other word for it. You're going to need to set boundaries. You got to have to take the rose-covered glasses off. How you speak is going to have to change. It has to be positive. You're going to probably start seeing illusions when you didn't see illusions. You only accept the people in your life who treat you with love and respect. So you might end up being alone for a period of time as you start taking people out. Your living environment might change. Self-love is embodying who you are at your core, your soul, your heart, your core desires. If you've been in survival mode and protection mode, protecting your heart, love can be scary because you've been protecting yourself for so long. So embodying in love, connecting with the soul, releasing the traumas of your past. Self-love can provide the path of least resistance. And it can make, when you connect to your heart, attracting everything, speaking your truth, having everything you desire so much easier because there's nothing blocking you. When you're able to speak your truth, say, this is what I want. Like a little child, it goes to his parent, I want this. Now they might say yes, they might say no, but they spoke their truth out loud. So when you speak to the universe, this is what I want. You're going and speaking from love and desire, this is what I want. A little child, when you look at them, they're living from their highest joyous times. You could see the joy and happiness. They're playing, they're having fun, they're living the greatest life. So that's where you're going to need to be, is that living their highest joyous life. So now, anybody have any questions before I get started with the light language?
No, that was great.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to do 3 more deep breaths, and then we're going to get into the light language. Just going to ground the energy. Okay. Lava kasaya, monyava sia kolava, konya saya monyava kasaya, kolava kasia monyava, kolava kasia monyava kasaya, koliava kosolava. Monyava kasaya, koliava kasia, monyava kasaya, koliava kasia. Monyava kasaya, kolava kasia, monyava kasaya, kosalava kasia. Kosava kasulava kasia, monyava kasia, kolava kasaya kasia. Kosia monyava kasaya, kolava kasia, monyava kasia, kosalava kasia. Kosava kasaya, kosia, monyava kasaya. Kosia vokolava. Kasia, vokolava kasia, vokosulava kasia, monyava kasia, kosala. Kosava kasia, monyava kasia, vokolava. Kosava kasia, monyava kasia, vokolava kasaya. Kosulava kasia, monyava kasia, vokolia, vokosava kasia, monyava kasaya, kolava kasia, vokolava kasaya. Kosava Kasia Vokola Kasaya Kolia Vokosaya Monyava Kasaya Kalia Vakala Vakasia Kanya Vakasaya Vokola Vakasia Vokola Vakasaya Munya Vakasaya Kolia Vakasa Kosa Vakasia Vokola Munya Vakasia Vokola Kasaya Munya Vakasia Kolia Vakasaya Kosala Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vokola Kola Vakasia Munya Vakasia Kusula Vakasia Munya Vakasula Vakasia Munya Vakasia Munya Vakasala Vakasia Munya Vakasaya Vokola Kasia Vokola Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vokola Vakasaya Kolia Vakasia Munya Vakasaya Kasava Kasula Vakasia Vokola Vakasaya Kola Vakasia Munya Vakasaya Kola Manyava Munya Vakasia Vokola Vakasaya Munya Vakasia Munya Vakasaya Vokola Vakasia Vokosia Munya Vakasaya Vokosala Vakasia Vokosala Kosava kunya siya monyava kulia vakosala vakasaya monyava kasia vakosala vakasia monyava kasala vakola vakasia monyava kasaya vakolia vakola vakamanyava kasula vakasia monyava kasaya monyava kasia monyava kasaya vakola vakasia monyava kasaya vakolia vakasa Munyava kasia vokolia vokasa manyava kasia vokolia munyava kasaya vokolia vakasa vokosula vakasia vokola vakasia munyava kasia vokosa la vakasia munyava kasula vakasia vokola kola kasia munyava kasala vakasala vakasia munyava kasala Kasia Munyava Kasia Vokola Vakasia Munyava Kasaya Vokola Vakasia Munyava Kasaya Vokosa Vakasula Vakasia Munyava Kasia Vokola Munyava Kasia Vokola Vakasaya Munyava Kasaya Vokola Vakasaya Vokola Konya Sia Vokolo Vakasa Vakasia Vokola Vakasia Munyava Kasia Vokala Vakasula Kasia Vakasia Vakosia Vakala Vakasia Vakola Kasia Vakolia Vakasaya Vakola Vakasaya Kunya Vakasia Vakola Munya Vakasala Vakosa Vakasia Vakala Vakasia Munya Vakasaya Munya Vakasala Vakasia Munya Vakasia Kola Vakasana Vakalia Vakasia many
Kulia bakasi, amunya bakasaya, bakolo, kabakasa, bakasi, bakasula, bakasaya, kosula, bakasaya, bakosula, bakasi, kulu, kabakasa, bakasi, monya, bakasaya, monya, bakasiya. Monya bakasaya, bakolo, kabakasi, bakolo, kabakasaya, bakoluka. Munya vakasia vakola vakasaya vakola vakasia vakola vakasaya. Munya vakasia vakola vakasia vakola va. Munya vakasaya vakola vakasia vakosa. Munya vakasia vakola. Munya vakasia vakola vakasia vakola vakasi. Munya sala vakasaya vakola vakasi. Munya saya vakosa. Munya vakasi vakosola vakasaya vakosula vakasiya vakosala. Munya siya vakosola vakasiya vakola vakasiya vakosula vakasaya. Munya vakasa vakasula vakasiya vakasa vakola vakasiya vakasiya vakola. Munya vakasaya vakola vakasiya vakola vakasiya vakola vakasiya. Manya vakasaya vakosala vakasiya munya vakasiya vakola. Munya siya vakasiya munya vakasaya vakola vakasiya vakola vakasiya. Munya vakasaya vakola vakasaya. Munya vakasiya vakola vakasiya vakola vakasaya. Mona vakasaya vakola vakasiya. Munya vakasiya vakola vakasaya kolia. Kasiya vakala vakasiya vakaliya vakasiya vakasaya. Kasiya vakaliya vakasiya. Kasaya vakala vakasiya. Manya vakasaya. Manya vakasiya vakasaya vakasiya. Manya. Manya vakosula vakasiya. Manya vakasaya vakasaya. Manya vakasiya vakasaya. Vakola vakasiya vakola. Manya vakasiya vakasa vakosa. Kola vakasaya vakola. Manya vakasiya vakasa. Manya vakasiya vakala vakasiya. Kasala vakasaya vakasala. Kasiya vakasiya vakasiya. Kasala vakasiya vakaliya. Kasala vakasiya 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 vakasiya. Kasala vakasiya 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 vakala vakasiya. Kasala vakasiya. Kasala vakasaya vakasiya. Kasala vakasiya vakola. Kasala vakasiya vakola. Kanya vakasiya vakasiya vakosula vakasaya. Monya vakasa vakasula. Monya vakasiya vakola. Manya vakasiya vakola. Kanya sala vakasiya. Kasiya vakola vakasiya vakosa. Kosiya vakosala. Vukonyaka sepakosa vakasia vakasia vakasala vakasia vukosika vukola vakasia kosa vakasia kosa vakasula vukosula vakasia kosula kosunya vakasia vukosula vukosa vakasia vukosala vukosa vakasia vukosula vukosa vakasia vukosala Vokonya vakasia vokosula vakasaya vokosula Munya vakasia vokosa vakasia kasia vokonya vakasia kasa vakasia kosa vakasaya vokosula vakasia konya vakasia vokosa vakasaya kasia vakasaya vokola Munya vakasia vokosa vakasa vokosula vokola vakasia vokosa vakasia Vokola vakasia vokosa vokosa vakasia vokola vakasia vokosa la vakasia vokola vakasia vokola vakasia vokola munya vakala vakanya vakasia kasia vokola Konya vekia vokosola, kanya vasia vokosala, moka fakasia vokonya kasia vokosala vakasia, kanya fakasia vokosola vakasia vokosa, kosala vakasia vokosia vokola, kosa vakasia vokola, kasia monya vakasia, konya vakasala vakasia, kasia vokosa, Kanyava kasiya monyava kasala, kasiya monyava, kasalava kasulava, kasiya vokolava, kasiya vokola, kolava kasiya vokosulava, kasiya vokosalava kasiya, kasiya monyava kasiya, kosalava kasiya monyava, konyava siya vokolava, kasiya vokolava kasiya, kalava kasiya, Paraya bokosuria, mania kasia, kanya vakotulu, kavakasia, vakulava, kasia, vakola, vakasia, kosia, kosia, saya kalava Kasava kasia vakola, kasava kolo kavakasia munya vakasia vakola vakasia, kalava kasia vakola vakasia vakola vakasia vakola vakasaya, munya vakasia vakola vakasaya, munya vakasia vakola vakasia munya vakasia vakola, munya vakasia vakola vakasia vakosa. Kosava, kasia, kosava, Cassia Vocosava, Cassia, Casava, Cassia, Cassia, Colava, Cassia, Cassia Vocolava, Cassia, Cassia Vocosava, Cassia, Cassia Moniava, Cassia, Cassava Cosulava, Cosava Casulava, Cassia Moniava, Casalava Casula, Cassava Casulava, Cassia, Cassia Moniava, Casulava, Cassaya, Cassia Moniava, Cassia, Casulava, Cassia, Moncalava, Cassia, Moniava, Cassia, Coniava, Casalava, Cassia, Moniava, Cassia, Moniava, Cosulava, Cassia, Moniava, Cassia, Bucava, Cassia, Moniava, Casilla, Vocolia, Voconiava, Casilava, Cassia, Vocola, Cassava, Cosulava, Cassia, Moniava, Cassia, Moniava, Casala, Moniava, Cassia, Vocosulava, Casaya, Cosia, Vocolava, Cassia, Vocosa, Moniava, Cassia, Vocolava, Cassia, Cassava, Cassalava, Cassia, Vocasia, Vocosula, Cassia, Vocolo, Cassia, Vocosulava, Cassia, Moniava, Cassia, Vocosulava, Cassia, Vocosala, Moriva, Ragazzi, Così, Roleva, Javarisi, Zavara, Rosiveri, Moriva, Libero, Kuleva kasia monyava kasala vakasia monyava. Kasava kasia vokosola vakasia. Kasia monyava. Kasava kasia vokosola vakasia. Kalava kasia vokola. Monyava kasia vokola. Kasia vokosola vakasia vokosola. Vokosa vakasia monyava. Kasala vakasia. Kasula vakasia. Kasula vakasia. Kanya vakasula vakasia. Kasava kasula vakasia vakosula vakasia. Kasava kasia vakosula vakasia. Kasava kasia vakosula vakasia monya vakasia. Kasiva kasala vakasula vakasia vakosula vakasia monya vakasala vakasia. Kosula vakasia vakosula vakasaya monya vakasia vakosula. Kasia vakasula vakasia vakasula vakasia. Kasava kasula vakasia monya vakasala vakasula vakasia monya vakasia. Monya vakasala vakasia monya vakasia monya vakasaya vakasula vakasia. Monya vakasaya vakola vakasia vakola vakasia monya vakasia vakola vakasaya. Vakasia vakasala vakasa kasula. Kola vakasia monya vakasia vakolo vakasia monga vakasia kasia lava kusa vakasia kolo vakasia kosola vakasia monya vakasola vakasia kasala vakasia vakolea kasia vakasia vakosola vakasia kasia 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 kolo kasia kasia vakolo vakasia monya vakasia Sivasula Vakasia Kolo Kavakasia, Sivasula Vakasia Vasoka Lava Kasia Munyavakasala, Ksula Vakasia, Kolo Kavasia Munyavakasia, Vakasula Vakasia, Vakasula Vakasia, Kasia Kolo Kavakasaya Munyavakasia, Kalavakasia Munyavakasia, Vokula Vakasia. Kasiva Kosula Vakasia Vakasula Vakasia Vakasula Vakasia Vakasula Kasala Vakasia Vakasula Vakasia Kasela Vakasia Kasava Kasia Vakasula Vakasia Kasia Kula Kasia Kasala Vakasia Kasala Vakasia Kasia Vakoluka Vakasia Vakasula Vakasia Vakasula Vakasia Munya Vakasula Vakasia Munya Vakasala Munya Vakasia Vakolo Kavakasa Lavakasia Vakolo Kavakasa Lavakasia Munya Vakasala Vakasia Vakosula Kasia Vakosula Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vakolo Vakasia Kolo Vakasia Vakosula Vakasia Kasaya Vakosula Vakasia Kasia Vakosula Vakasia Kasia Munya Vakasia Vakola Kasia Vakola Vakasia Munya Vakasaya Vakola Kasala Vakasia Vakosala Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vakosola Vakasia Vakola Vakasia Vakosola Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vakosala Vakasia Vakosola Vakasia Kunya Vakasila Vakasala Vakasia Munya Vakasala Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vakosula Vakasia Vakola Munya Vakasia Vakola Vakasia Munya Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vakola Kanya Vasia Vakola Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vakosola Munya Vakasia Vakosala Kasala Kasia Kosia Vakola Vakasia Vakosola Vakasia Vakola Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vakola Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vakola Vakasia Vakosola Vakasia Vakola Cassia vocosola vacasia vocosola vacasia. Cassia vocola vacasia vocola. Calava cassia vocola vacasaya monia vacasia. Cassia vocola vacasaya goliga vasia vocola. Monia sia vocola vacasaya vocola vacasia. Cassia vocola. Kasava kasula vakasaya. Monia vasia vocosa. Kola savakasila vakasia vokola vakasala vakasia kasava kasala vakasia vokolava kasala vakasia vokolava kasia vokosia kasia vokosala vakasia kasia vokosala kasia 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 kasa kasia vokolava kasava kasia kolava kasia kolia kolava kasia vokolava kasaya vokolava kasula vakasaya vonyava kasia vokolava kasala munyava kasala vakasula vakasala vakasula munyava kasala vakasia vokoloka vakasia vokoloka kasia vokosula vakasaya munyava kasia vokosula vakasia kasia vokola vakasia kasula vakasia kasula vakasia vokosula vakasia vokosala vakasula munya vakasaya vakasula vakasia vakasaya vakasu manya vakasaya vakolu kavakasa vakasia vakalava kasia munya vakasia munya vakasaya vakola vakasia vakola vakasia vakola manya vakasia kasia munya vakasia vakola vakasia munya vakasia vakola kasia vakola kasia vakasa munya vakasia vakosa la vakasia munya vakasia munya vakasa la vakasia vakosola vakasaya munya vakasaya vakola vakasaya kasia munya vakasaya vakosola vakasia vakosola munya vakasaya vakosola vakasaya vakosola munya vakasaya vakosolia kosia vakosa munya vakasia kosia kasi kosava kasia munya vakasala vakasia munya vakasaya vakosala munya vakasia munya vakasula vakasia munya vakasaya kasia munya vakasia vakola vakasaya vakosala vakasia munya vakasaya kosia vakosaya kosia kosola vakasia kasia kolia vokosola vakasia vokosala vakasaya vokosala kasaya vokosala vakasia vokosaya vokosola monya vokosola vakasia vokolava kasia vokosia vokosala vakasia vokosala vakasia vokosala vakasaya vokosola vakasia vokosola Monya vakasaya vokosula vakasia vokosala mosia vokosola vakasia vokola vakasia vokosola vakasia vakasia monya vasia vokosola vakasia vokosola vokosala vakasia vokosola monya vakasia vokosolia vokosala Kosia Munyava Kasala Vakasia Vokosula Vakasia Kosala Vakasia Kasala Vakasia Munyava Kasala Vakasia Vokosula Vakasia Vokosula Kasala Vakasia Vokosula Kasia Munyava Kasia Vokosala Vakasia Kasia Vokosala Vakasia Kasala Vakasia Vokosula Vakasia Vokosula Kasala Vakasia Kasia Kosola Kasia Kasia Kosava Kasia Monyava Kasia Kosala Vakasaya Kolava Kasaya Kasaya Kosala Vakasia Monyava Kasia Monyava Kasaya Kosava Kasia Vokolava Kasaya Kosala Vakasia Kasala Vakasia Monyava Kasala Vakasia Monyava Kasia Vokosola Vakasia Monyava Kasala Vakasia Vokolava Kasia Vakasia Vakasia Vokosala Vakasia Vokosala Vakasia Kasala Vakasia Vokosala Vakasia Vokola Vakasia Kasia Vokola Vakasia Kolava Kasala Kanya Vakuluka Vakasia Vakala Vakasa Kula Kasia Vakosula Vakasia Munya Vakosuli Vakasaya Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vokosula Vakasia Vokola Vakasia Kasa Vakasia Kasia Kasula Kasa Kasulu Kasia Kosulu Kosula Vakasia Vokosula Kasala Vakasia Kosula Kasia Vokola Vakasia Kosula Vakasia Munya Vakasia La Cosa Munya Vakasia Vokosula Munya Sia Vakasia Vokosula Kasala Vakasia Munya Vakasia Vokosula Munya Vakasia Vokosula Vakasia Kasia Kosula Kakulaza Kasia Kosula Kasia Munyava Kolu Kasia Kosula Konya Sia Fukasi Kosia Kolia Kasava Kasia Kolia Vakasala Vakasia Vokola Sia Vakosola Vakasaya Kasia Vokosa Vakasia Munyava Sia Vakasaya Vakosola Kosia Vakalia Vakosula Kasia very good. Collega che si minibili, zitti così, questa vuole che si collega, così che lei va così mi faccio vedere Kasava kasia manyava kasia manyava kasula vakasia manyava kasaya vakasula vakasia manyava kasula vakasula vakasia vakasula vakasaya kasia vakosula kasia vakosula vakasaya vakosula vakasia vakosula vakasia vakasaya kosa vakasala vakasaya vakasia vakosula vakasia Kasa kosula vakasia kasia kosaya kosula kasia kosula vakasaya kosia vokula kosia vokosula vakasia kosula vakasia kosula 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 vakasia monyava kula vakasia vokosula kasia monyava kasia Kasaya Monyava Kasia, Kanyava Kasia, Vakosula Vakasia, Kasaya Vakasia, Monyava Kasia, Vakosula Vakasia, Kasaya Vakosula Vakasia, Kasia Kasia, Kasaya Kasa, Kasava Kasula Vakasia. Kosulava kasia vokosulava kasia monyava kasia monyava kasaya kosulava kasaya kasia monyava kasia kasava kasia kasava kasia vokosulava kasaya vokosula kasaya kasaya kasia monyava kasaya vokosula kosula vakasia vakasaya Munya vakasiya vakosula, kasaya vakosula vakasaya, kasiya vakosiya munya vakasaya vakosula, kasaya kasiya munyava, kosaya kasiya munyava, kosula vakasiya munyava kasiya munyava kasiya, kasaya kosula vakasiya munyava kasiya vakola, kasaya kosiya munyava kasiya munyava kasaya, kosolava. Kosala vakasia vokosola vakasia vokosolava kasia munyava kasia kosola vakasia munyava kasaya kasia munyava kasia vokosala kosia kosola kosola vakasia kosola vakasaya kosaya kosola vakasia kasia vokasia munyava kasaya kosola vakasia kosola vakasia Kosula vakasia, kosula kasia, kosula vakasia, kasaya kasia, kasia vokosula vakasia, kasia kosula vakasia, kasia vokosula vakasia, kosula vakasia, kasia vokoko, kosula vakasia, kasaya kasa, kasia kosula kasaya kasaya. Kusola. Kosaba kasia kosia kosaya. Okay. Give you another minute to come back.
Well, I definitely have a few comments.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Some of that sounded like words I could understand, which we'll probably have to have a conversation about that because that's happened to me a few times where I hear stuff that I know is not in a language that I know, but I can clearly understand what's being said. Like it's being translated in my head or something. So that, and I could hear like words even in the tones. Like okay, that was one thing. And I also felt like mm, like I was getting wings or something. Like I got my wings back or something like that. That's definitely like a feeling that I had. So if anybody else have any comments.
Uh, so I do want to let you know what came through for you, because I did first the collective, and then I did individual. For you, fairies came up instantly, and then you had the energy around. You've picked up quite a bit of people's energy, so we just cleared that out. And then dragons came through. They were like, I want to cut through that. I'm not sure. They were pretty insistent, and they wanted to use their tail. So it was like they wanted to cut, I think, I'm guessing now that I'm connecting with that, it's almost like they wanted to cut cords or whatever, because as soon as we did that, like we worked on DNA. So typically, so I'm guessing whatever it needed to be cut with, it was probably cutting cords regarding trauma. So they wanted to come through and they used their tail. And there was expansion. And the expansion was, you had a lot of I felt like it's like a group of beings. They speak really fast, and it's because they're downloading a lot of activations, and they kind of almost forced themselves. They were like, let us in. And so I was like, okay, I'll let you in. And that was like an expansion. I got really hot during that too. They typically do when they come through.
Yeah, I'm really hot right now, so I'm like, okay, all right, so that is a symptom. It's a feature, it's not a glitch. All right.
Yeah. Well, I did actually feel my back start to feel a little like I had to move like this, and typically I'm like, I wonder if somebody's getting wings. So it's actually that it's actually kind of funny that you said that. I actually think I actually wrote here back hurts on one of here.
Yes, that's what started happening. Like my neck was already hurting, but
Yeah.
it came all the way down, and I was like, "Is that wings? Like
Hmm.
what? What? That's interesting." Okay.
Yeah, you'll start wanting to do this. You'll start to do this, and that's like your wings expanding.
Yes, I've been doing that, and I'm like, "Where does that even come from?" So, okay, all
Uh,
right.
it could be fairy, could be angel, could be dragon. It could be. It depends on what origin. And the fact that I'm actually kind of curious. We'll have a conversation. Where when you heard the language, because that can kind of tell me
It
where.
was when you were like doing the almost sounded like a bee, like the buzzing sound, but then I could also hear it after I heard it with the buzzing sound, then I could hear it with the other ones too.
Yeah. So
But the
the
first
buzzing
one was with the
is actually
buzzing.
the download of activations. That
Oh,
that's
so
activation
okay.
of like higher. That's like I feel like they download the information so quick. I mean, I could slow it down, but I don't see. Like I said before, I don't see the point of slowing down the codes when they're coming so fast. Um, so I feel like it's like a group of 5 or 6, and they're just sending down the codes of activations, clearing, and it's just upgrading the system, activating the system, and uh, yeah, it's you had quite a bit that came through, but yeah, it was a pretty fun one. Yeah, so. Thank you for sharing. I definitely will have a conversation so I can find out if you hopefully you'll write down what they said, and we can talk about that.
Absolutely. Anybody else have any comments or feelings or anything they'd like to uh put out there? We don't want to stay too long, but I do want to give everyone a chance to get questions in or anything like that if they have them. And while y'all are thinking, I'd like to remind people who might see this in the replay that we're doing a give and receive for Kat. So we'll have her Cash App in the bio so that if this is helpful for you in any way, you can actually send her a little something as a thank you. And if you want to book a session with her, you could also come over to the Telegram and she's in the Telegram group. That's probably going to be the easiest way. Or you can send me an email. My email is always in the description and I can put you into contact with her. Sister Barbara, Ashley, Deborah, y'all got any strong feelings that need to be expressed?
My body was shaking a little bit.
Yeah, you had what did in any particular area?
My shoulder, my legs.
Awesome. I actually started out with your third eye, and there was a lot of activations, a lot of almost the word that comes to mind, detangling. It was actually that's like really what I started with, and then there was something in your right side of your neck, um, and then I felt like I needed to play the music, and that helped a lot actually. That cleared the energy, and then your ears. I felt in your throat. It was almost dehydrated. Um, it was it worked a lot on like I definitely did a lot of bouncing of the body. When it comes to your legs, um,
Savakasia Munyava Kasaya. Savakasula Vakasia Kulava. I feel like ankles. Do you have something going on your ankles?
Well, my ankles get sore sometimes.
Okay. They're saying soak it in salt water. And be aware of what you're eating, because that can affect also what is that can affect how your body's feeling as well. But also drink water, because I felt the word dehydrated in the throat, and it was almost so just it's okay when you're shaking, because it's your body is just kind of acclimating to a new energy that's going through the body. Actually, a lot of times, I mean, my I'm always shaking because I'm getting codes, but your body's acclimating to a lot of energy, so it's gonna probably do things you're not used to. So just see how you feel over the next couple days.
Mm.
And I mean, you might move a lot, you might sway, you might feel things. Just go with it. And you can always give me a call and we can continue talking.
Okay.
Huh?
So I can call you anytime if I want to talk.
You don't want to talk?
No, I can call you anytime I want to talk about something.
Yeah, of course. If you, I mean, if this is, if like, I don't want you like to, feel like, if like something like this, I don't want you to feel like you can't talk to me.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I felt, I mean, I can't remember the other sound, but I did resonate with the B sound for some reason. I mean, I understood it. I just can't express what exactly it was, but I understood it. And I don't know, I'm on the on the end of my bed, but on the head of my bed, I felt this huge presence. And I thought it came down, but I don't know if it came down or went up, but it was a huge presence. It's like I can feel a light. It felt like a light. And that's what I got from that.
It's funny because you're as the first activation, the first language that came through was the B sound, and it came in fast, and it was upgrading everything, like from your whole body. But then it focused on your face, your throat. It just really, it was really fast. It's awesome that you had a being that came through and was with you. That's amazing. I find it's beautiful. We know they're always there, but to experience it, it never gets old. That's for sure. And so I'm really happy you shared that with the group. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, this is Deborah or Deborah, however you want to say it.
Beautiful.
What I felt at first, I felt heaviness in my upper chest,
Mm-hmm.
and then it went to my head. And then there's it's like a strong smell, but a light smell at the same time. And I just felt my body moving up, but I made it come back down. And my ear, well, it's still doing whatever it's going to do right now. Um, Basically, that's what I felt.
Beautiful. Yeah. I did feel like you did get when I worked on yours, you got upgrade, like a lot of like working on your the soul star. You had, the throat chakra, and it was saying like it's okay, that came through. Like you're gonna be okay. And when you're working on the heart, sometimes that feelings do come through. And yeah, I did work a lot on ears. And I feel like that's not necessarily in thought about as important, but I feel that's the most important, because what we listen to, who we listen to, is so important. And so what we take in is in our body. So it's just kind of releasing it. So kind of hearing the truth. So I really appreciate you sharing your experience. Okay.
And I also hear ringing, like low ringing in my right ear. I've been hearing them often, and I have a lot of dreams. I do dream a lot.
Now, your dreams, are you a dream walker? Do you know what a dream walker is?
No, ma'am.
So a dream walker is somebody who can, who gets messages through their dreams, who does work in their dreams. So you can, a lot of people can see, like they kind of can sometimes experience past lives through their dreams. They can work through traumas through their dreams. They have messages from their guides that come through, and you're not even realizing it. You're like, I'm not sure if are they good dreams, bad dreams? Do you remember your dreams?
I do, but a lot of times, now I try not to blow them off, but a lot of times they be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I try to write them down when I can.
Now, does it resonate in your life, like what you're going through?
Sometimes I see people in my dreams, but I know sometimes they could come as like people that you know. That's
Sometimes your guides can use your dreams as a way to send a message, or to remind you, like this is something you need to work with. They could give you a trigger, or so if you can learn how to interpret your dreams, you can actually use them as tools. I mean, I've used dreams as kind of as in a way to, in essence, I've experienced past lives in my dreams. I've done astro work. I've done I've gotten messages. So as long as you are able to learn how to interpret them, then you can use it as a tool. So I would read over your dreams and see if there's anything that is going on from your life, or that you need to work through, and see what they're trying to tell you.
okay. And what about the ringing in the ears too?
Sometimes with random ringing, it's your guides talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a saying that one side of the ear is for them talking to you and the other side is somebody's talking about you. But I personally, I think it's just your guides talking to you. I just, whenever I hear ringing, it's almost like I can take a deep breath because I know they're talking.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Well, I think this was a great session. Miss Lady, you'll have to catch the replay because we're almost done. I appreciate everybody showing up. Is I know it's a little bit late notice, but I think that this was really helpful. And of course, I'm going to put the replay up, and it'll be on YouTube, so people can take a look at it and integrate. And of course, if you have any stuff that comes up, don't hesitate to reach out to me or to reach out to Kat. We don't want people to be fearful to reach out to us during the integration because you might need somebody to talk to, and that's where this is a group. You know, this is a team effort. All of this whole ascension process is a team effort, and we have to work together. And so, you know, we're at least, we're here to help. At least I'll for say that for absolute certain. And Kat, you have any final words, closing words for us?
Yeah, just real quick. Yeah, exactly what she said. Like you might have things come up the next few days. You might feel angry, you might laugh, you might cry, you might have you might feel completely different in the way you do things. Uh, don't I would just take it as it is, because this is your whole body's being upgraded. You're releasing traumas. Um, you're breaking things that have been in your system, sometimes for hundreds of years. So just be patient with yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. I've had that question before. There's nothing wrong with you. This is actually beautiful and amazing, and I'm so grateful that you've allowed me to be part of your journey, and my guides to allow me to be part of the journey. So thank you so much. I know this is a lot of energy coming this month, so take advantage of it. And just if you need to slow down, listen to your energy, listen to your body. It's really important. And again, self-love, self-care, that's really important. And I hope you have a beautiful evening or day. I don't know what time it is wherever you're living. So I know it can be late for some of you. So thank you for joining.
Thanks, everybody. And of course, we'll see you next time. All right.
Thank you.
Take care.